inequality in corporate America. There are only 5 black CEOs running Fortune 500 companies.
You can see 6% of top executives as black. In terms of the population of the United States, it should be 13%.
In a video, Nike said, "Don't pretend there's not a problem in America." Critics point out that all of Nike's executives are white.
And to address this problem, businesses turn to a solution called diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI.
Real progress on diversity and inclusion doesn't happen without real work.
Say celebrate diversity into your X1 voice remote to discover curated content today.
Every day, General Mills serves the world by making food people love. And inclusion is one of our secret ingredients.
We're on a 400-year-long journey, and scars don't fade. But neither does hope.
Ask your doctor if black people are right for you. That's right. Nobody's buying Vaseline because of diversity. Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever actually bought Vaseline. It's just there. Over 900 studies have shown that DEI programs don't make the workplace better for minorities. In fact, it can actually make things worse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to point this out. So as you can see there, this will be about diversity, equity, and inclusion. This video, the DEI, as you all know it. So as he tries to point out is that there should be, 13%, of people who run big companies or whatever, because apparently if the population says there is 70, let's just say 6% Asian people, there only should be 6% Asian people in power. But if there is 75% white people, then 75% white people should be in power. That's unfortunately not how life works, right? But the funny thing is that they say, there should be 13% black people instead of 6. There's 19% Hispanic and Latino, but only 5%. So where is the outrage for the Latino and Hispanic people? Why are they just calling out one race? That's kind of funny to me. Now let's just quickly debunk DEI. Just luckily Dr. Phil does it. I mean, so many of us have said it that it's just ridiculous to try and give everyone the same outcome. That's not how this works. We all have different things, different backgrounds, different ways of upbringing, different ways of thinking. There's no way we can give you the same way of outcome. So let's have a listen. And you can tell just by looking at her, she's a bit of a psycho. These people always just are so delusional and they believe this is how the world works. But in reality, you got to earn for what you want. You got to work for it. You can't just get given it. And that's the thing about this DEI. There's, like they say, there's DEI positions made available where they literally have to have a certain percentage of diversity. So you can't just be white people. You can't just hire who's the best worker. Sometimes you got to hire. So let's say you got 90% of your company is full and you need 10% of diversity. You got to go, oh, we already got 90% white people. So now we have to hire a certain race. Not meaning that they're not good enough, but it just shows you that your options are cut back. And it should just be for whoever's the best at job. It's ridiculous.
Some demographics come to the table and have to overcome racism, unconscious bias, misogyny. And so how do we help level the playing field for everyone?
Okay, so that means you're trying to create equality of outcome. Mm-hmm. That's what I hear you saying about playing God. Yeah. How do you create equality of outcome when people aren't the same? You're right. Some people are shorter. Some people are taller looking over that fence. They can't both play in the NBA.
Right.
You can't create equality of outcome. What gives a DEI program the right to come in and try and alter the nature of things to create equality of outcome? That's been tried. That didn't work. That was called Marxism.
Yep, he says it quite well. I just think you can't hold other people back to let other people catch up. That's like you going, oh, my son is 5 seconds faster in the 100-meter sprint. I'm just going to hold him back 5 seconds just so everyone kind of finishes at the same time. That's unfortunately not how life works. And that's the frustrating part about this. And this is what I think it leads to, right? This is what I think DEI leads to. And also just absolute stupid voters. I mean, how many people do you know that don't know anything about who they're voting for? You know, if it's for your local person, if it's for your sheriff, if it's for the president, whoever it might be, how many people do you know that they don't know anything about who they're voting for? Because I know a lot of people. I just know that they go, okay, I don't know I'm just going to write it down. Because in Australia, it's legal, like it's illegal not to vote. So you have to forcibly go and vote if you're a citizen. Whereas in America, at least you have the option. But I guess people get voted for anyway without even saying the consent, right? But let's have a listen here. So I've made a video of her in the past. She is absolutely atrocious. She's corrupt. She should be in prison, just in my opinion. I mean, look at her freaking microphone. It's gold. So you're telling me that comes from just being a mayor in America where her city is literally running through the ground. They're losing money even though they were in a positive before she took over. Have a listen.
We're here to help each other, not hurt each other. And it's a shame that us, I'm talking to my black and brown communities, will sit here and fight. We're here to help each other.
So the funny thing is she got grilled, right? She got grilled to say, you know, why did you spend money on this? Why did you spend money on this? Why did you hire someone that you knew and gave him the money for this? Where is it? Where is the money? Blah, blah, blah. So she's pretty much being investigated. And the first thing she said is, why are you doing this to a black woman? And then she said, because the guy who was asking her the questions is also black. So she said, why would you be doing this to your own people? Trying to make it like a we should stick together even though I'm a criminal thing. And the guy had none of it. He just, no, he shook his head and said, no, that's ridiculous. It just shows that this is the DEI, right? Look at her just nails. This is the mayor, right? The mayor of the city. Yeah. And you wonder where all that money goes. It's going to her nails. It's going into her watches. It's going to her gold microphone, going to her hair. Yeah. Your hard-earned money. But I'll end it with that. I mean, have you ever had to go? So luckily in Australia, we don't have that yet. You know, the DEI seminars or a DEI meeting or whatever it might be. Because I hear in America, a couple people I know over there, they have to actually sit through these things at work, a DEI thing at work, where they try to explain to you the benefits of diversity, blah, 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 blah. I mean, just looking at TV ads while I was watching the Super Bowl, because I obviously use a VPN, and I was watching as if I was living in America just to see the different ads. And the ads I was very baffled by. I was kind of going, why is everything about diversity instead of just actual advertisement? It's very weird, but it's so forced upon us that, as we know, the backlash effect where people go, no, I don't want to be forced into doing anything. And that's the way it is. And that's how they pit us against each other. This is how they pit, you know, white, Hispanic, Asian, black, anything, whatever you are. They pit us all against each other so they can gain at the end of the day. And it's just destroying our countries by pitting all our different races together and against each other. Instead of going unity and combining and having one community. We're so spread out nowadays where you shouldn't even, people are trying to say openly, you know, don't pick up the culture where you live. You know, bring your own culture with you. That's not how it should work. I think if you move to a new country looking for better pastures, you should bring your culture, but you should adopt the culture where you live. Make that your predominant culture. It's the same as if you're living in a different state in America and you move to a different state and then you still want to go and vote for Democrats and destroy that state and then move to the next one again and then the next one until it's too late. Let me know what you think below. I mean, yeah, just the corruption, the DEI. What do you think about all of this situation? Let me know below in the comments and like the video if you like it. And please subscribe as well. It's the best way to support the channel. Share this video with your friends and we'll be able to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.